My artistic research project, Erhörte Klänge, Sounds Heard in a New Way, explores how the Japanese martial art Ki Aikido can create a new approach to percussion performance through 1. A scientific intervention study of marimba sound through Ki Aikido. 2. An artistic research project exploring how the philosophy of Ki Aikido can serve as a new approach for the artistic process. The results reveal new insights on how changes in sound, perception, and artistic presence can be achieved through an open connection between body and mind. The scientific intervention study examined the influence of a Ki Aikido instruction on the sound quality on marimba. When I was young, I loved to hear music and I loved to play it, but my body was not able to do what I wanted it to do. I had not the coordination, and funny enough, I chose to play percussion where you need a lot of coordination. So during my education, I knew I needed to find tools to become better at this. And I did a lot of different things. I did African dance, I did Alexander technique and Tai Chi, and all of this, of course, made small differences and slowly changed me to what I am today. But I think it was the encounter with Ki Aikido that finally really took me a lot of the way that I needed to go also when performing music. I had to find out a way where I could take the benefits I felt came from Aikido and deliberately put them into the art so that I could say that this is an artistic process. And the way I did it was very easy to comprehend. I just practiced a Ki Aikido exercise, and then I practiced the piece, and then for every minute I made some new Ki Aikido approach. So the time has finally come. In my Aikido research, I'm now finished with doing the preparational work. I'm going to start interpreting pieces. This first piece is Mirage by Tsuyoshi, and today I'll start working on it with all these new principles. The interesting part of this research is that it is artistic research. In a way, my project is divided. It's a combined research, like you could do in social science. If you research a subject, you could do a quantitative research on the statistics, but at the same time, some qualitative interviews to find out the more human basis of this. When I started doing Ki Aikido as a summer course, I found out in the afternoons that my practice in percussion was much easier. Suddenly I could just do some of the more complicated stuff with no effort, which of course as a musician made me want to go further this way and find out what will the benefits be of going more into this.
The art of Aikido comes from the use of the Japanese sword or katana. And the sword is used for cutting, as opposed to an axe, which is used for hitting. So you could say that when you cut something, you're using a line, you're moving a line against something. Whereas when you hit something, you're creating a point and you're converting force from one thing to another. So because Aikido is based on the movement of the sword, we are very interested in lines and we're less interested in points for movement.
So it was a very funny time when you arrived and had to make this very close-up videos. And somehow for me it was the presentation of what has this method made possible until now. So for me it was kind of the day of proof. And in that respect I think that the focus came in a not very Aikido-like way on showing something or like winning a competition basically against myself, that now I have this method, so now I will have a more efficient way of playing.
So if you use the philosophy of boxing in your daily life, the idea that you have to go into the ring with your opponent and win as quickly as you can by knockout if possible, your daily life maybe won't be so comfortable.
I think it's interesting that the audience could be your opponent, or it could be inspiration. And I think for many musicians in some situations they become the opponent.
If you use the philosophy from Aikido, which is basically that you can be sensitive and strong at the same time. Put your left hand underneath here and your right hand on top here. So he's really using a lot of power, and I'm not really using so much power, but I'm using the attention.
If you have the mindset from Ki Aikido and the way of unificate your body and mind so that your mind can control your body in these situations where you could have like a strong beating heart and this kind of stuff, then it will be more easy to change the audience from being an opponent to be your friend and the ones that you are giving an experience. And of course we experience that a lot of times as musicians, that we have to prove something, or we are in a situation where it's not like a normal concert setting.
Students from 3 international music academies were divided into 2 groups: an experimental group with a Ki Aikido instruction and a control group with a basic instruction. The change of sound of the students was evaluated by 10 international marimba experts and by fast Fourier transform spectrum analysis of the average change of sound before and after the given instruction. The results showed a significant and positive effect of the Ki Aikido intervention compared to the control group. An explanation of this change of sound could be that the Ki Aikido instruction enabled a more precise tactile control of the mallet.
Yeah, I'm not using that much power, but you feel it's
Thus removing the unwanted overtones that a prolonged contact between mallet and marimba bar could cause.
So I'm here in Campobasso in Italy. Yesterday we performed the 1-point piece by Laura Baller, and this piece is basically composed on the principles of Ki Aikido that I use in my percussion teaching. So it has been a great experience to have a piece that expresses some of the thoughts of Ki Aikido and percussion. So at the same time I'm preparing the piece, I'm actually also developing this project of how we use Ki Aikido in percussion.
Erhörte Klänge in percussion using Ki Aikido has taught me a lot about how to develop my own artistic performance, my process of interpreting, and of course my stage presence. The collaborations with scientific people and also with different artists and students has also led this process to something that I feel I can now communicate in a sensible way for others to pursue the same kind of artistic research. And it's my sincere hope that the listeners for this will be inspired and they can use what I have been using to get further into the arts and to develop their own sound and interpretation of music.